Yo, how you all doing? So I finished Xander Lorde, and I was hoping for 40 pages, but it still turned out good. I still got to edit it. You know, my friend Morgan's gonna help me. Been watching a lot of international wrestling, particularly Japan. And I've developed some favorites such as Shizaki Go, Taiji Ishiramu, or it's Ishiramu Taiji, and Kenta Kobashi. He's awesome to watch. He's retired. Uh, there's Marfuji Nana. Marfuji Nana. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's a great wrestler. He invented the Shurenai, which is basically the sliced bread too that Brian Kendrick uses. And he's a great wrestler. There's this Hispanic wrestler Phoenix. Unfortunately, I don't get Lucha Underground, the El Rey Network, which sucks, but I've seen him wrestle against Taji, and they had a great match. That Phoenix kid, he could wrestle. He's 23 years old. He's been wrestling since 2006, so he was like 15, 16, or 16, 17, something like that. Kid's good. He's real good. I mean, he's just amazing in the ring. Chavo made a great decision bringing him on your Lucha Underground. And since it's all Japanese, or I'm sorry, Chavo, Mexican wrestlers, I kind of wish I could see it, but luckily, I found, there's people who record these matches, because they've been to them and stuff, or they've watched them on television overseas, and I know where to go to watch them, and that's what I've been doing, watching these Japanese wrestlers, Mexican wrestlers, I mean, these guys are brutal, and I mean that in a good way. I've seen them backdrop themselves on the apron, power bomb each other on the apron, pile driver each other on the apron, give each other brain busters on the apron, And these guys regularly they knock the shit out of each other. And that's what wrestling's about. Not long-winded speeches. It's about two guys beating the fucking shit out of each other for people's entertainment. It's like Jim Cornette said. People want to pay money to see two guys beat the holy fucking shit out of each other. Just like they'd pay to see two women beat the shit out of each other. When you make it too complicated with long-winded promos and stories and shit, it takes that fun away. You know, I doubt Paul Levesque or his wife's watching this. I don't think they give a crap what I think. And I got a lot of respect for Triple H and his wife. Both of them are brilliant. I'm sure Paul's probably looking over there in Japan and stuff. His feet guys over there checking things out and stuff. So I think whatever. I'm sure Paul. But that's what I've been doing. I started a new short story. I'm not going to mention the name of it now, but it's a vigilante story. It doesn't take place in the 40s. It takes place more modern times. So, you're not going to see Nazis or anything like that. Not because I couldn't have done it that way, but I just, I didn't, unlike Barry Reese, and some of the other new pulp guys, I don't know that time period as well as they do. I don't have enough confidence to write in that milieu. So I wrote it more modern. You know, that way that, you know, make it easier to swallow. And, you know, it's coming out really good so far, you know. I've shown it to Morgan, you know, and it's been great. I promised James I'd show him Xander Lorde, which I will, you know. I'll probably send him an email shortly after this. Let's see. I've had ideas for other stories. There's been this idea that I've been kicking around, inspired by Supernatural, which is one of my favorite shows. Well, was I tried to watch. I mean, it's show's still good, but not as great as it once was. You know. Then when any show gets long in the tooth, they get, you know, a little dull as they drag on. You know, and it's just an idea I've been kicking around. It's completely different feel to it. I mean, it's still got that horror thing, but the two leads, well, the two leads are healers. Is just how I'm going to put it. So they're not as physical as Dean and Sam, who can fight with their hands and feet or fight with any weapon they get their hands on. You know, these two leads, they rarely use weapons because that's not their role. So I think it'll be really interesting. You know, I'm writing what I want to read. You know, and that's one advice I got from Brian Michael Bendis. You know, write what appeals to you, and somebody else likes it. It's all gravy for me. What else? No. Oh yeah. A site where I watch a lot of the Japanese shows and stuff. Apparently, I don't know if they're having financial problems or what. I guess they're not going to be updating, which depresses me because, you know, that Kamen Rider Drive show's coming out. You know, probably, you know, there'd probably be a few places I could get it. You know, and this site, you know, they didn't have all the Super Sentai. You know, they had some that I couldn't watch on YouTube because I tried to find them and YouTube doesn't have them, and one of them was Special Ops Go Busters. I couldn't find that, and they didn't have Zuden Sentai Kura Rangers. You know, so that bums me out because when that site goes, you know, I'm not going to be able to look them up. In fact, since I've been back to the site, it seems that Zuden Sentai Kuru Rangers has been removed. I don't know why. I don't know if they got in trouble for it or they've been using up too much of their bandwidth or what's going on. And I haven't seen Special Ops Go Busters on there anymore. So I think, you know, they're eliminating some shows off their server, cut down their bandwidth costs, since, you know, and they got a donate thing on it, asking people to donate, I guess, so they can keep up with the costs, which is sad. You know. But other than that, if things are right, you know, springtime will let's just say we wait for springtime, for stuff we got planned to do, make some minor repairs in the house and whatnot. And I don't know if I lost any more weight. I think I'm just fluctuating. I'm trying to stay off pop, drink just pure water, but it's hard, because you drink too much water, because you're only supposed to drink 8 cups, and I get these big ones, or I get a 2-gallon or a gallon thing, and I'll pour more than 8 cups, and that brings all your sugar and everything down, and then you get sick. I've always had that problem, so I'm trying to get better at it, But I think, sorry, as you can tell, my arms are getting thicker. If you can tell, if I'm just sitting down, I do some of the arm exercises, build up the strength in these arms, and muscles are getting pretty good. I like it a lot, and I don't really want you guys to see my bellies, so I'm gonna cut it here. Have a great week, all. Bye.